What's up, guys? John Moore back here with House O Champions, here for another Yu-Gi-Oh news. I liked the shout out. I raid your fridge. Met him at the Fort Worth Regionals, and we had a pretty good time overall at the Fort Worth Regionals. Billy, Russell, and I all did. I would say decent. None of us topped, but Billy left a little bit early to go hang out with friends, and I dropped at 3-2, and Russell made it all the way to the last round at X2-1. So we did pretty good, I would say, for testing out some stuff. And let's get into it. Weekly news update. So, a little bit of the old. Dark Magician's getting a reprint in Japan. The art's really cool to me. It reminds me of the Yap 1 Blue Eyes, kind of. And then a little bit of the new. We have our first XYZ pendulum announced in the, I think it's in the anime, but it might be the OCG also. And its effects are pretty insane. 2 level 7 dragon type monsters, pendulum effect. Once per turn, if you do not have cards in your other pendulum zone, you can place a pendulum monster from your deck into your pendulum zone. And then monster effect. If this card is XYZ summoned using an XYZ monster that is treated as level 7, destroy all level 7 monsters or lower your opponent controls. And if you do, inflict damage to your opponent equal to the destroyed monster's combined attack. 2, once per turn, if you detach one XYZ material from this card. During this turn, this card can attack a number of times equal to the number of your opponent's monsters destroyed this turn. And 3, if this card leaves the field, you can destroy all cards in your pendulum zones, and if you do, place it in your pendulum zone. So then that's how it gets in the pendulum zone as an XYZ monster. So I guess it won't be in your public extra deck to start. It'll be in your private extra deck. So let's get to some other news. We have Nationals. And it's the World Championship qualifier announced for Nashville, Tennessee, in the Music City Center. Pretty excited for that. I've been there once in my life, and for an ARG, and it was pretty fun. And Dark Matter Dragon is announced. Ooh, and he's pretty busted. He's level 8. Well, he's rank 9, but he places himself on rank 8. XYZ, I believe, and it's caused a lot of cards to go up recently. I'll talk about that in my price watch. But he can make himself with Tachyon or this guy, number 62, Galaxy Eyes Prime, Photon Dragon. And this card has gone up a lot. It went from, well, we'll talk about that. And this guy's gone up a little, and I think he's decent, but we'll see. I don't think he has room in a turbo. He's more reactive too, but he might be a one of, so that's pretty cool. Gold Series, Laval Chain's been announced. Laval Chain, everyone's been waiting for this card to get reprinted for a long time, 2+ years, and finally he's here for the hands of everybody. Nashville. Regeki's also reprinted in P Gold. So, we'll see its full ratio. Star Pack Arc V. No one really gets too excited for Star Packs. It's the dollar pack. Comes with 3 cards and a random Star Foil. It's announced. Apparently, we'll have cards all the way from LOB and Hidden Arsenal cards. But they have Mobius the Frost Monarch and Polymerization announced as those kind of cards. So, we'll see. We'll see. The European Judge Mat, looking kind of fresh. But then here's our U.S. Judge Mat. Julia announced that they're physical and ready to start getting distributed, kind of like that. And here's an OCG championship mat. So just kind of showing what everybody kind of gets around the world in terms of, the cool Necros mats coming out. And let's get to Price Watch. So I heard the term co-money a lot this weekend. A lot. It's like mo money, co-money. I just want to say, for my opinion, is that Konami doesn't really care as much about the secondary market. They care about making a great game for you guys to play. And analyzing it any harder would be ridiculous. Like, yes, they make cards hard to get sometimes, but it's the player base that drives these ridiculous prices. Like these are all lowest buy it nows current as I'm making this video. $18 on number 62. Mega pack, it was $7 yesterday, $8 today. Just keeps creeping up. And his ghost rare, $22, and the next is $30. So we'll see where that lands. Regeki actually only fell to $15 from 20 so far. I guess people are a little bit wary on how its pull ratio might be. Evolvable Chain's fallen all the way to $27 for the Head and Arsenal current. That's from 50, half price, not bad. Mind Crush, I believe there's one left at 3, then 4, then 5. It just starts. I think that's our next $5 common. The Ultras are already up to 9. It's just a lot like Upstart. And the Supers are 40, then there's a German at 48, then the next is 60. And these are the only 3 on eBay buy it nows. So Mind Crush has been doing pretty good in the format. Everyone's starting to play it. It's the card that I've been asked for the most personally. Teleport's this is actually down a little. It was pretty solid 30s from what I understand, and now they're 24, 25. So I think that's about it. We actually have a Q&A. Raphael asks, what is the best tech card in Necroz? And Billy says, the guy listed a lot of cards. And Billy says, you have room for at least 3 cards. I wouldn't try maining Fire and Ice Hands. The guy brought up Fire and Ice Hands. That's more of a side deck card. Main deck tech is typically like a Priestess or a Sork. It's hard to main deck tech versus side because of the numerous matchups you're going to have. So you basically want to concentrate on what your deck's going to do. And if you run into a situation, that's what your side deck is for, even though matches are going to take a really long time in this format. So any questions, please put them in the comments. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. I was really glad to meet a lot of people at the regional. My first 3-round opponents all recognized my channel and talked to me about it, and it's kind of unfortunate playing 3 guys that know your deck, but I beat 2 of them, and the Ritual Beast player beat me pretty bad game 3. Game 1, he drew all spells and traps. Game 2, I drew all spell and traps for 5 turns, and then game 3, I only drew 2 monsters. And that's Yosenju's for you. So I'll probably be picking up Dark Matter OTK when it comes out. If you'd like to post in the comments things you'd like to see, I'm going to be picking up a few new decks here for the stream. Heroes, Satellers. We do have Cliffworts if people would like to see that, but I don't particularly enjoy playing them. We also have a few other decks that we picked up. So I'll be testing interesting builds of them on the stream. We will be streaming most likely Monday. Scott said he'll be coming over, and we had 285 followers join us on Twitch. So if you're not watching us there, you're missing out on a lot of fun things. And we are up in the past 5 days over 100 subs. Thanks for making that happen. And everybody who's watching this, please subscribe, follow our Twitch, like our Facebook. And I really enjoy doing these kind of videos.